Hey, Joey Starr here for another episode of Star Quality Kitchen and the next entry of my New York Head Resident of Pizza videos. A little bit backward today, I actually just ate at the Laundrette on 5th Street in Narrowsburg, New York. I kind of had to rush in as soon as I got here because despite only being open for 15 minutes, they were filling up pretty quick, just to give you an idea of how popular this place has become. The Laundrette is a pizza restaurant that overlooks the Delaware River in a corner of New York that puts you within a stone's throw away of the border of Pennsylvania. The Laundrette keeps its menu as simple as the scenery here is beautiful. Their tagline is pizza, salads, and drinks. Don't overthink it. The reviews that I had found online are pretty consistent in stating that the service here is very friendly, the food being tasty, as well as worth paying a little bit more than your average pizzeria in the area. But of course, while I had no reason to disbelieve what I was reading online, there wouldn't be much point in me making this video if I didn't try it out for myself, right? Not to mention I got here mad hungry. I was just like, my belly button was making its way back to my spine. Anyway, that is my spoiler-free intro to the experience I just had. So let's get to the actual review. Okay, so I just placed my order. So you can see I'm outside, it's kind of windy. I try to get a better angle in this, but I want to make sure that I get the river behind me because it's really pretty here and you can see the greenery back there. It's awesome. Service seems really good. My waiter is this young kid, pretty enthusiastic about the food, which is always a good sign. Made some great recommendations as far as pizza goes. What I'm already liking about the place is that I'm seeing a number of items in this menu, a good 3 or 4 rather unique pizza styles that I really haven't seen anywhere yet. And as I pointed out to the waiter, I've been traveling around New York looking for these pizzas. In fact, the one I just placed on order is called the Nduja. It's N-D-U-J-A. Hopefully I didn't butcher the name too bad. I've never even heard of anything like that, but basically it's got spicy pork and kale and hot peppers. It sounds like something that's right up my alley. So I'm pretty excited about that. And of course, you're gonna find out firsthand, or secondhand. First, I'm gonna try firsthand, taste it myself. You're gonna find out secondhand by seeing how I like it. I can kind of see the indoor dining room from where I'm sitting. It's got this really elegant kind of, almost like a 60s diner kind of style to it, but a little more open. And there's a bar in there. When I say 60s diner, I don't want to say that the place looks old. It doesn't look old at all. It just looks like it's stylized to be that way, but otherwise very modern looking. Bright colors, a great aesthetic. Definitely a great aesthetic. And just to give you an idea how popular this place is, I mean, Narrowsburg, not exactly New York City, you know what I mean? It's not like an area you picture for a lot of people. Well, the place opens at noon. I got here at approximately about 13 minutes after noon, and there's a lot of people here already. I kind of purposely try to show up at times that are known to be less busy because I don't want to disturb their business and also disturb anyone around me while I'm filming. And honestly, I had to rush to make sure I got the table that I wanted. Another reason I like to come early so I can have my pick of the tables. I can find a good filming spot, and I really cut it close. This is not the best table for the filming. It was just the best out of what was left. All right, pizza has arrived. So the Nduja, I had to ask the waiter to remind me how to pronounce it. The Nduja has arrived. If I haven't pointed out already, it's their personal size pizzas. So kind of large, really cool looking, pretty, colorful. Nice amounts of reds and greens and whites and yellows. Nice char in the crust here, as you can see. It just smells amazing. Smells absolutely amazing. Pull off a slice and see how she tastes. Yeah, really great aroma. So although it's a good sized personal pizza, the slices are kind of small the way they cut it up for you, but it doesn't matter because it's all for one person. But this is actually 2 right here. And I'll do my best with this win not to lose my napkin in the process. The first bite, you always remember the first bite. Give it the old New York fold. Nice crunchy, you're not going to hear it with all this wind, but there's a nice snap to the crust when I bend this. In fact, I even have to help it a little bit. First bite, here we go. So really tangy sauce. The areas of the red is pork, and it's spicy. Not knock you on your ass hot, but definitely more than just a little bit of a kick, which I appreciate. The kale adds a nice contrast, a little bitterness to counteract the spiciness a little bit. And what I appreciate too, and I know I've said this on a few other places, but I appreciate the fact that they didn't just like douse this in salt. I added some garlic to it because it just seemed like the kind of pizza to go good with garlic. It was a good call on my part. I appreciate that the garlic is very fresh. It came in this little container here. The downside is that it's so windy that every time I drop some garlic on there, it kind of goes everywhere. Really good first bite. Again, the crust, it's almost consistency of like a saltine cracker. Give you an idea of how crispy it is, but still soft enough to get some good bites out of it. Also, this crust, very edible on its own. Some pizzas you go and you eat everything but the crust, because the crust is like cardboard. This is not the case. It's obviously freshly made. I can tell you just by tasting it. It's not the kind of crust that they went and ordered, pre-made for them. They must have made that here. It makes that, it tastes fresh, high quality stuff. Bless you. Coming from into slice number 2. So it came over nice and hot, not scalded me, but more than warm. Very warming flavor, and then as you can guess by all the wind, it's not exactly a hot day today. In fact, I'm kind of kicking myself for not maybe dressing a little heavier, but I'm thinking this is going to do a good job of warming me up. If it doesn't warm me up internally with the temperature, it's warming me up by how good I feel eating this pizza. Very wholesome and tasty. Also, despite appearances, it's actually pretty light. It's not greasy like at all. While the size of the pizza may appear intimidating at first look, the fact that it's not heavy like that. I have no reason to believe that I can't finish this whole thing. I may even still be hungry afterward, we'll see. If it doesn't satisfy your hunger, at the very least, it's going to satisfy your taste buds. Really packed with flavor. I gotta honestly say that. As far as the tanginess of the sauce, just to make note, there's like just the right amount of sauce on there. It's not overwhelming. It's not like you're biting into a freaking tomato soup or anything like that. Each bite, I feel like that I'm appreciating the tanginess more and more as I go. I almost can't eat this fast enough because it tastes so good that as soon as you swallow that little bit of food, you want to immediately replenish that taste. That's true of both the crust and the sauce and the meat, actually. Definitely a very wholesome flavor that doesn't feel like you're doing something terrible to your body. You know, it feels, it's almost healthy feeling, yet tasty. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and then we'll take a little walk around, because one of the things about this place, besides that the reviews on the pizza are great, is that the views here are spectacular. Kind of chose this time of year to come here because I knew I'd be able to sit outside and enjoy the view of the river. Unfortunately, you probably noticed during the eating portion of this review that it's been really windy. It's a bit of an overcast, not a lot of sunshine, not the warmest day of this month, that's for sure. Considering how warm that's been the last few weeks, it's actually really chilly now in comparison. And I tell you, waiting for that pizza, I was chilly as heck. But this is what you tune in for, right? I mean, you tune in for me to try this pizza and let you know what it's like. Let you know what the restaurant's like, let you know what the experience is like. So, and make a little sacrifice just for you. I hope you appreciate it. And speaking of appreciation, I appreciate as always that you're watching my videos. So thank you so much. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stalk. I'll check you later.